Good morning, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. It is a little bit after 5 on a Saturday morning, 20 degrees outside and freezing in my craft room. I love the cold, but this is a little cold for me. My craft room is actually a sunroom, so it stays a little bit colder than the rest of the house. And coffee is my friend this morning. Oh, excuse me. And so I spent yesterday in my craft room. I had a PTO day and trying to, what I thought would be a quick project, turned out to be all day, and I'm still not done. And that is working on downloading my pictures to my external hard drive. It has given me a fit. I have way too many pictures. I'm trying to do this without buying additional cloud space, which paying for cloud space seems a little bit ridiculous, but I just need to stop and delete pictures once I print them. But I've always been like that, always. Another sip of coffee. But, so yesterday was supposed to be a Christmas shopping day, and it turned out to be an all-day affair. But I did get to put my December book together for this daily creative journal series, and I recorded that, so you'll see that. You've seen that in the beginning of this video. But I have so many pictures on my phone that the recording just completely stopped. It said, oh, you are out of space. So I've got to figure that out. And hopefully I've got enough of the pictures downloaded that won't happen with this video. We'll just see. I've never struggled this much with it. So I'm gonna reach over here. I want to show you my plan. So these, remember, this is the Burr Months series I started in September, and my original idea was to bind all of these books together. And so this is September, October, and now November. And when I butt up December, I'm not getting those bound together. I'm just not. So I think this is going to be what happens. I've bound September, October, and November together with this really pretty ribbon. It's just wired ribbon that I took the wire out of, and I left it really long so that after I get the December journal here, I'll get them all put together. My November journal is done with the exception of the journaling. And I think last time I talked about I really want to find a way to journal on the couch. This is a really long ribbon, but I'm going to need it for this chunky monkey thing. So I have not completed the journaling in here. And also, I hope this doesn't affect my pictures, but everything is glued in this journal. So I put Post-it notes over the pictures that have my granddaughter in them. And again, I've shared this before. I don't mind you seeing my pictures, but I'm not going to share my granddaughter on this type of platform. So there's another one with the Post-it. Glad I remembered that one. Most of the journaling is done here. And I think I've left off, thought about right here. Yeah. So I need to do the journaling from our Thanksgiving trip, but everything is glued down. So with the exception of my notes, because we were traveling, I took notes on my phone and then just printed them out. That's the only thing loose in here besides the Post-it notes. And then, oh geez, I do have to glue this down. I had started a list, I'm going to glue that too, of things I'm thankful for. So I do have to glue those in. So other than that, November is completed, and I think I'll be able to sit down tonight or tomorrow night and finish the journaling, which is what I really wanted to do. So it is, what is today? Today is December 7th. It is my 35th wedding anniversary. And other than putting this together, I've done absolutely zero journaling. When we got back from our Thanksgiving trip, I had to turn right around and go on a work trip right afterwards. So that was the last trip for the year. But this is done. I've popped a few things in here, and I did print one set of pictures. But again, I'm struggling right now with the pictures in my journal. Whoops, that's my great niece and nephew. I haven't put the dates in. They're in there. I just don't know which set I'm going to use. I still want to find some days of the week. But this is where we are, December 7th. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time worrying about it because I'm just going to enjoy the day. My daughter is going to watch my granddaughter today so that we can have some much needed adult time. So I'm really, truly looking forward to that. We don't get much of that anymore. When you're raising your grandchild, life just takes on new meaning. We raised our children, and I stayed very active in their lives. And I guess we were so busy back then that we didn't really notice that we didn't have much adult time. But we got a taste of being empty nesters and we're really loving it. So it's been a big adjustment. So, long story short, to say, I'm very much looking forward to having some adult time. So the one thing I wanted to do before I even started journaling is the paper I chose for the cover is a little bit flimsy, and it's from the same type of book as November. I was like, well, what happened here? So I think when I look at November, of course I have a pocket here. I guess it's the same. Let me see in the back. It's the same, but for some reason I feel like I need to do some reinforcing here. I'm really loving how the cover turned out, and we'll end up decorating the front, and of course I've got this extra page back here that I'll still need to do something with. But I think I'm going to, before I even start doing anything, simply, now this is, we hammered these in, which looks really pretty, but it gives me this rough edge right here. So I think just reinforcing this a bit is going to be really helpful. So I need to trim this up, which means I need to get to, my desk is so messy, get to my paper trimmer. Hopefully at some point this weekend I will finish downloading all of my 2024 pictures, and then we'll just only have whatever I take from December, which will probably be a lot of pictures. Any ideas on how to manage pictures? I've always been Lord, I guess you could call it a picture hoarder. So here's the thing. How do I want this? It doesn't really matter. It's not really directional paper. But I have this in one way. I wonder if it's going to matter on the inside. Probably not. I'm probably overthinking it. So I'm just going to cut it to 9 inches. And here I go. I wanted it the other way. I believe that should be the height. Although I think, now that I think about it, I might have trimmed it up a little. Whoops. Up some. Nope, that's the height. Okay. And sort of wanted that to peek through, but still cover the roughness of the hammered in. So I'm going to attach that about right here. Oh yeah, it's hard to even get the paper clip on there. Let's make sure this is even. There we go. And should just be able to put a pencil mark right where I need to trim it. And then once I get it glued, I can trim it a little more. So let's see. Line up that pencil mark. And here is the front. Yep. And you know what I didn't grab? Well, I do see the glue in my glue tray that I use when I have to glue a piece like this. But I have a brush. Oh, I do have the brush. Okay, great. But I usually squirt the glue out into something. I might not be able to glue these down this morning. But you get the idea. So I better put those paper clips right back in. Yep. And then I also had this. And I think I really like that on the cover. With the year somewhere. So let me just slip these right back in. All right, so now I have to do the back. Now this was wider on this side. Make sure. Okay, is that crazy? I have to have the stripes in the same direction as the other end. So maybe I can get this showing. Whoop, lost a number because they're not glued down. Okay, and the same thing. Here and here. Okay. Now I have another strip. So I have a bunch of strips right up here. I'll just figure out, maybe I'll use them to decorate some pages or something. I'll just put that with that stack. And let's see how this fits. That fabric tape is not sticking as well as I thought it would. That's what this is in the center. Is some fabric tape. It's a little bit sturdier. There we go. So now that will reinforce that. Now, this one came off. There. Okay, and back. So I have some of this pretty vellum, and I want to decorate some of these pages. I liked the way this is just a magazine clipping, but I love how the Christmas trees behind this snowy vellum looks. And I also liked how this looked through there. So I am going to do that right now. Put this back out of the way. Fussy cutting is not my strong suit, but I'll give it a whirl. So today I'm not sure what's on our agenda. I know we are dropping off our granddaughter to my daughter after the parade. So we're going to the parade together. So that'll be exciting. We've already been to one parade this year. Locally, there are some parades that they do before Thanksgiving, and then the rest of the month, there's pretty much a parade almost every week. So my daughter and her husband are band directors, so they are always in the parades. So that's exciting as well. And I think my granddaughter may join the band next year. Yeah, that's cute. So we may have another reason. I don't know if she'll be middle school. Don't know if middle school marches. That's just not what I'm sure. And we're in a different county from my daughter. So I think there's a difference in the way this band director runs her program, which is fine. So let's see. Just kind of want that in the center. And that peeks outward. That's really cute. I love it. It's kind of like a cover page. I don't know if it needs anything else. I normally put a pocket here, but last month I had a pocket and I had some things in there, but in the end I used everything in the journal, so there's nothing in the pocket now. But let's see, I've got all the papers from cutting down the journal pages right here, which will make great pockets. Let's see if there's anything that will contrast well. Anything really? No. Too plain. Oh, let's just see. I mean, it would work. It's kind of plain. Keep that here. That's a no. This is from the cover. That might make sense. So my camera just cut off and it's telling me I don't have enough storage on my phone. I'm not sure what's happening. I keep deleting things, reviewing I just don't know. But I think we're going to end shortly here, but I wanted to show you. I don't think I'm going to put a pocket because I would want to stop the pocket right there, and then I think it would look kind of strange. I could do like a side tuck, a side tuck like this, but we'll see. So I'm going to continue to work in this and try to get some things glued down, just decorative things. I think there's 1 or 2 pages where I have both pages are white, so I'm gonna either, here's one. This is where I bound it in, so I'm gonna either paint this or decoupage on this page, and if there are any more like that, I'll glue something on to here's another one. So it looks like it's the center of both signatures. There's 2 signatures in this book. Um, so I'm not sure, I probably won't get any further in this journal today because I've got to figure out what's happening with my photos. So I'm Yvonne with Amjour, and this is the Morning Coffee Journaling Club. No journaling done today. If anyone has any ideas on how to free up storage space on their phone, I would welcome it. I hope everyone has a good rest of your Saturday, and I will see you next time.